Now, going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have the Bud Light Ravens tweet. They maybe listen to us? Perhaps. Maybe. Just a little. Let's dive in. Now, Bud Light tweeted this a couple days ago, actually last week. So, again, all the statistics we're talking about are taken. I wrote them down actually about 48 hours after it posted. So, again, it's not like it's something where, 2 minutes after it posted, oh, yeah, it's got 2 views. No, it's had time to brew. Pun moderately intended. Now, they have some text before a picture of some sports balls fan. And the text says, quote, "What's better than your team making the playoffs? Your beer sending you to the game. Just post a picture with hashtag score seat, hashtag sweepstakes, then sign up at budlighteasyscore.com, whatever their website is, for a chance to score a seat to the playoffs or even the Super Bowl." It looks like, this is the first picture. This is from Bud Light. I'm not sure if this is photoshopped because, again, I'm not sure if it's possible to hold 2 cases of Bud Light or hold a case of Bud Light and be smiling. This gentleman appears to be smiling while holding a 6-pack of Bud Light. His hand is not, there's no mold created on his hand. His hand's not disintegrating like in a sci-fi film or the end of Indiana Jones film where the guy drinks the wrong, not Fountain of Youth. He drinks not from the real Holy Grail but the imposter Holy Grail, and he just crumbles and dies. So that's not happening to his hand either. And he's very much smiling, and he has a picture of a raven on his t-shirt. And perhaps he is smiling because the beers are, they're closed tight. They're not being consumed. That would presumably be a good reason to be happy. You're not consuming the product. Now, again, this did get 10,000 views and only 77 likes, which slightly worse than usual, to say the least. Now, not to brag, but last week I did get 10 likes on a video. Humble brag. Nice little reminder to click the like button. Statistically speaking, we won't get more likes in this video than the actual Bud Light post. However, a wise pilot once said, "Never tell me the odds." Now, for weeks I've been lambasting Bud Light with their lack of, having a modicum of intelligence, but also basically having no marketing intelligence either. Because, again, they're doing all these sweepstakes, but anyone can do it. And we've dug down in the profiles, and consistently they're just anyone who does. They're just people who want free stuff. They're not people who are loyal to the brand. They're not increasing the brand loyalty. They're not marketing for the company. So I always said, and again, it's not this original idea. Other companies have done this marketing approach before. I said, you know what? How about this? Bud Light, to actually incentivize people, getting people, again, I'd be ashamed. It wouldn't happen with me. But some people, if you want to actually give them more incentive to build your brand, have people post a picture of themselves with your product. Because again, that'll show people what I thought was statistically impossible, people actually consuming the product in the real world. Kidding. They still have 70% of their sales. They're not going away anytime soon. Well, their sales were so bad in 2023, 2 bottling plants actually had to close because of it. But nevertheless, they are still very much around. But I kept saying, well, why don't you actually tell people, hey, why don't you actually show a picture, prove you actually consume our product, then, we will get entered in this raffle. Now, it looks like they finally listened, because some of the comments, and again, they're saying in this description, post a picture of yourself with the product. So again, if they haven't purchased Bud Light for cheaper than water, which you could do at some actual locations last year, this would give someone an incentive to actually purchase the product. So and then I'm not sure, it seems like it'd be a good way to shoot yourself in the foot from a cultural perspective for a lot of people, but then they get a picture of themselves with Bud Light. So let's go to the comments, and of course I find pretty sure they'll be highly entertaining, to say the least. So, first one, and again, there are people posting pictures of themselves with Bud Light. They're not getting a lot of likes, but nevertheless, they do appear to exist. We'll dive in to see if they're real. Someone by the name of King Bear 99, though F- for marketing. The picture is not of a king. It's not of a bear. The profile picture isn't even of a caricature or a cartoon of a bear wearing a king's throne. So, not the best. But this person did a post with the hashtag so he could win a sports balls ticket and maybe, I was about to say beer, Bud Light. And this person actually, they posted the picture, what was it? 2 empty Bud Light aluminum bottles and 2 Bud Light koozies. So perhaps this is I was going to say, heaven forbid, you want a picture of yourself holding the Bud Light. Again, it'd probably be a health hazard. But this shows that either he just used Brave or Google Images and got that product, or hopefully in terms of Bud Light, what Bud Light's trying to get out of this situation, aka their marketing campaign, hopefully for Bud Light, from their perspective, this person is purchasing the product so they could put a picture of it and win maybe sports ball tickets. Now, I'm curious if this person is just one of those mentally vacuous, either a robot or someone who just wants free stuff. I don't want to say I'm suspicious. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I do. So I look at this person's profile, King Bear 99, with no picture of a bear in the profile. Even their landscape profile picture doesn't even have that. Mine does have a cool vintage gas station in Texas. If you go to hashtag at NICTOPPING. And this person joined in 2020, so it's not a new profile, but they have 2 followers. Though, again, you know me, I'm all about quality over quantity. They may very well be the best followers on the planet. Now, looking at the profile, and do they only have... How many posts does this person have? 1. Really? Replies? Oh. This person's only done 5 posts? That's an outlier and unusual to say the least. What the heck? So this bear wants to win lipstick. This person did a little repost where you could win this little bottle of goop. And then more sweepstakes. So, I don't want to say it's... Yeah, we'll just say it's not a robot, but someone who doesn't really care about Bud Light, I would say. Oh, here we go. Here's a response that got some likes, though it's a parody account. Hunter Biden official parody said hashtag Coors Light. Can you send me to the game? Let me know. They got 3 likes. And it's a hilarious contrarian statement. Interestingly enough, Bud Light didn't block that one. CJ Queen is a gal with sweepstakes hashtags, and it's a picture of her holding a bottle of Bud Light. It may be prematurely aging her, like in the Indiana Jones film, Indiana Jones: Last Crusade, one of the best films ever. Obviously, it's got Sean Connery and Harrison Ford. Can't go wrong. But she's actually smiling and holding a bottle of Bud Light. Even more unusual, she's not, in agony or pain. And if I go to her profile, CJ Queen has 924 followers, joined in 2013, so now a ghost account or something that just popped overnight. And she is mentally vacuous. She's just, again, I hate these hashtags where they claim you can win free gift cards. It's like the biggest red flag ever. But again, all her posts and reposts are for free, gift cards, free jackets, win a free pair of sandals. So again, this person I think just wants free stuff. I mean, the upside for Bud Light is presumably she may have had to purchase that 1 bottle of Bud Light. So I guess from a marketing perspective, you can consider that a win. But I mean, looking at her profile, she just does, especially the hashtag for that stupid profile, the hashtag millions, which I don't know if I'm just giving them free advertising ironically by saying them all the time, but it's again, I'm not a fan of raffles in general, but they're saying oh yeah, if you repost this, we'll enter you in for a raffle. And all these profiles, they all do it. It has to be set up. It has to be a way to set it up automatically, or they're just unemployed. They have unlimited time in their hands. I don't know. But that did get 1 like. Although, again, I'm not sure if they're inebriated or not. They probably are because they work there. But the people at Bud Light, again, this appears to be a real person holding a product, and they didn't respond. Again, how many comments did they get? They only got 54 comments. That's terrible. Not to lie, but I did once get 13 comments on a video last week. But mine were obviously the best comments of all time, obviously. But, so they got 54 comments, and they couldn't take 18 seconds to respond to hers? And again, I mean, I was about to say no one's perfect. I might take a couple days to get to the comments, because again, I work a couple jobs, I own a couple companies, and I do appreciate every comment, even if it's not agreeing with my perspective, because again, that's one of the most fascinating fun things in life is finding out different perspectives, debating. And I never censor comments, ironically, except for when I made a video talking about censorship, and YouTube disabled the comments by default. And when I covered Bud Light censorship, YouTube disabled it by default, and I couldn't override it. I would override it, it would stay over for a second, and YouTube would shut it down. Ironic, to say the least. And yet, Bud Light, presumably, this is their full-time job. And they couldn't take 18 seconds to respond to this gal and just be like, hey, thank you for supporting our product. Because again, if you want, that's half of social media is interacting with the people who you're trying to build relationships with. They couldn't even take 18 seconds to say, thanks so much for entering the sweepstakes. Her name is CJ. We hope you win. Something to that effect. So again, I think this approach is a little more effective. Let's see here. Although now we get to the comments actually get more likes, and obviously they are, what's good, I guess this is a Bud Light Ravens tweet. They are, it's good, putting the Raven in the cage, something to that effect. Sports balls, stuff. Nevertheless, someone by the name of Hey Bob says, quote, as long as hashtag Anheuser-Busch companies have DEI departments, the entire AB boycott should continue. DEI is the only true form of systematic racism, unquote. They got 12 likes. Derek Wildstar says, quote, I would be embarrassed holding a Bud Light for even a second, unquote. Got 17 likes. Stephen Milsom says, quote, Bud Light, the beer of the Q word. It seems to be every other day you are or are not allowed to say words, or at least culturally speaking, ones are not acceptable. It used to be the pejorative term for the gay community, or I guess that was, I forgot if it was that specifically for the male gay community. Nevertheless, they said that, and it was a gif of, is that Michael Scott? Some actor grimacing. They got 13 likes. Let's see here. Other top comment. Oh, wow. So this appears to be a gentleman. Oh, this guy. This actually might be kind of clever. So it's a gentleman holding a beer. The profile name is Beth Kaziewicz, and the profile picture is a child in a sports balls jersey. Now, I say this is clever because maybe this person did not have to purchase the product. It appears to be a sad man. Well, he's holding Bud Light. Well, not going to be happy. And it looks like he's at a convenience store and he's just holding a bottle of Bud Light. He did do the hashtag, so I think that enters into the sweepstakes. But yeah, he looks. Oh, he did not open the bottle. See, he literally just bought. He didn't even buy the product. So he went to the store, went to the refrigerated part of the gas station, took the picture of the Bud Light, and obviously he put it back. That is hilarious. And of course, if we go to his profile, I'm sure he's the. That might be. Let me see here. The hashtag sweepstakes. Just for hashtags. There's got to be some macro, something that every sweepstakes does. What? So it is. So go to the profile, which again is the picture posted. Maybe that's her husband or something. But the profile is Beth Kaczynski, 3,187 followers, joined 2014, and you go to her profile. What is that? The Devil's Lettuce? Why would you want to win that for free? Let's see here. So she is someone who wants free golfing accessories. A stupid hashtag millions for the free gift card. Free carbonated beverages. So again, not like a Bud Light fan. So let's go back to other comments. A couple more people. Let's see here. Again, the pictures of all like the real life pictures of the bottles and cans of Bud Light, they're not getting any likes. I think one got 1 like at most. Now, other comments actually did get likes. One comes from Chris Kipp. He says, quote, just found out Anheuser InBev owns Kona Big Wave. No more Big Wave for me, unquote. Getting 7 likes. JT Houston says, quote, just when your market share is still way off, unquote. Getting 6 likes. RF says, quote, no to Bud Light, unquote. They got 4 likes. Wow, epic fail. So these ladies took a picture of them in a sports balls game. They're not even holding a Bud Light. They didn't understand the assignment. And they got no likes. Let's see here. I'm not sure this is hilarious, stupid, or dumb, or lazy, or cheap. But there's a guy named Dennis, no likes. But instead of having a bottle of Bud Light, he printed a black and white picture of the Bud Light logo. And he's holding that piece of printer paper that says Bud Light. That's kind of funny, I guess. No likes, but if you go to the chain of comments, you could like it. A couple more people, pictures of sports balls. Apollo Del Mal Alteri has a GIF of Dil Mulvaney and the other biological man dressed up as a woman, and both in dresses. It's the GIF where they're both smiling and wearing the ridiculous glasses that are in the shape of hearts, which I never understood. That got 7 likes though, so people appreciated that comment. Tom Frost says, "Oh, that's how Bud Light is made," and it's a picture of some urinals that were changed from kegs. That got 1 like. A lot of what's that movie? The Cowboys. Not the sports balls team. Well, it's the movie. So there's a lot of GIFs of Brokeback Mountain getting 5 likes. Alejandro Ironsmith says, "F crap beer. No one wants to endorse your brand," unquote, getting 2 likes. Benjamin simply says, "Watching woke DEI companies crash and burn," unquote, getting 4 likes. So, as youth might say, they were ratioed to say the least, even though they do appear to have listened perhaps to a couple of the feedback, because, again, they did actually have a requirement, or, actually, let's see here. Actually, I don't even know if it is a requirement, because they tell you to go to the website for a chance to win. They are trying to get more involvement by asking people to actually have a photo of themselves holding some type of Bud Light product. But at the end of the day, the comment section, it's still, as youth might say, ratioed to say the least. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of January, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you give me a comment, it's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Leaving me a thumbs up is a great way to help with the YouTube and Rumble algorithms, so the video hopefully gets shared more and more. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.